The first ever playoff game in Davenport boys basketball history comes your way on a Tuesday night from Vernia as the Wolves open the postseason against the Vernia Bears. On the Wolves Network, welcome inside Bear Gym. Let's break down tonight's matchup with a look at the numbers for both Davenport and Vernia coming into the postseason. As right now we wait the start of tonight's game with first introductions of tonight's starters. Davenport jumped out to a 9-3 start on their way to their first 20-win season in program history. Coming into the playoffs, a record of 21-11, a third-place finish in a tough 27-4 district that was won by Vernia, one of the top 4A teams in the state. Meanwhile, Vernia on a tear entering the postseason. Winners of 8 straight games. Their last loss came back on January 10th against YMLA. They've won 13 of the last 14 games overall, and according to head coach John Entz, this is a very unselfish team. Again, you break down some of the numbers between these two teams, some of their scoring, rebounding, and averages throughout the year, and Davenport comes in averaging about 56 points a game, and look for that magic number of 60. By the way, as the Wolves are 10-0 this season when scoring 60 points or more. Vernia averaging right at 60 points a game. When they score 60 or more, their record 16-1. So again, that number of 6-0 going to be very important tonight as you look at Wolves head coach Bradley Washington. Third season at Davenport, helping get this program off the ground 3 years ago. 40 wins in his tenure at Davenport, previously the head coach of Pflugerville Conley. And we are ready for tip-off here between Davenport and Vernia. Players to watch for the Wolves, Aiden Edwards, their leading scorer at 13 points a game. And for the Bears, Ryan Bellino at more than 20 points a game. And this game is underway. Wolves on the road, 4-5 this year. This is certainly a true road game. Typically in the postseason, neutral sites, but this is a home game for Vernia. Well, the Bears were 10-2 this season, and they've won 4 straight games in this building. First possession, either team, 30 seconds in. On the drive, Carson Blos. And that's out of bounds. They're going back to Vernia, or going to Vernia for the first time. They're looking at A.J. Zamora for Davenport, their top three-point shooter and only a freshman. And bringing the ball up for the Bears, Kel Cardenas. You talk to head coach John Entz, he'll tell you Cardenas is a true floor general, leader for this team, both on the court and in the locker room. Off the window, Preston Hyson. Gets a scoring started in this game. Heinsohn, a junior, the most improved player in this Vernia program. And a whistle, offensive foul called here against Jaden Soverall. Charged drawn by Wyatt Watley. A turnover against Davenport, 2 possessions, no points so far for the Wolves. In the playoffs for the first time in team history, I matched up the champions from District 28 4A Vernia. Here's Watley, a good three-point shooter, works it out to Blake Force, puts the ball on the deck. Banker won't go. Offensive rebound, Vernia. On the drive, is scooped left short by Watley. Here come the Wolves coming off a defensive stop in transition. The reverse won't go for Aiden Edwards. And back come the Bears. Again, a team led by Ryan Bellino, a three-year varsity player who's been putting up more than 20 points a game. Tonight, Vernia looking to win a first-round playoff game for a 5th consecutive season. Well, Davenport tried to accomplish another first this year, their first ever 20-win campaign, first ever postseason appearance. And now playing for their first ever playoff win. Over and back called. Great defense. Daniel Sokup, the second, able to force a turnover. Saw a good shot of the Davenport fans in attendance. There's only one side of seating here at Bear Gym, and so the seating kind of split down the middle. Home fans for Vernia, away fans for Davenport. Wolves still scoreless, nearly 3 minutes in. A look at a three. That's not going to go for Blake Force. Put back, rattles off for Bellino. And here come the Wolves, still looking for the first basket. Sokup on the take, and a foul called against Vernia. They'll get it against Kelly Cardenas. And look at the foul. Sokup across the reach in. And out of the replay, a three rattles in for Aiden Edwards. 34% three-point shooter on the year, has the first Wolves points in playoff history. Very good defensive Bears team, by the way. They're giving up less than 50 points a game. Tough to score against them. In fact, they've given up over 50 just twice since Christmas. Turnover against Davenport, and transition. The Bears turn it over. Out of the reach of Preston Heinsohn, and the ball goes back to the Wolves. Turnovers at times an issue for Vernia this year. They've committed 20 or more in 14 games this season. Team coming in a record of 26-8 on an 8-game win streak. Last loss about 6 weeks ago. Edwards on the drive and out of bounds and back to Vernia. Halfway through this first quarter. A 3-2 lead for Davenport. Only bucket for the Wolves, and Aiden Edwards 3 for the Bears. A little lay-in by Preston Heinsohn. Heinsohn, who started in nearly every game this year after playing on JV a year ago, and here banks it in. Has all 4 points for Vernia. Chance to D up from the Vernia crowd. Edwards going to hand it off to Sokup. Point guard for the Wolves, their leader in assists. Going to take it himself and draws a blocking foul. And this lead of free throws here for Davenport. And the fouls against Wyatt Watley, his first. Second team foul. And 2 free throws coming up for Daniel Sokup, the second, the sophomore. A look at the drive here. And you saw Watley try to draw the charge. On the year, Sokup, a 57% free throw shooter, and the southpaw misses the first. By the way, these two have met before each of the last 2 seasons. Vernia winning the first 2 games as Sokup misses in both. Last year, a low-scoring, tight game won by Vernia, 41-38. Stakes tonight much higher. Here's Bellino, hasn't shot the ball yet. Their leading scorer. 3 minutes to go, first quarter. Bears on top 4-3. Low-scoring affair thus far. Now Bellino into the corner. Here's Heinsohn. Back to Bellino. Off the pump fake. Can't connect. Good rebound by Jaden Soverall. The Wolves leading rebounder this year. In transition, good look at a triple. That won't go for the freshman Zamora. Offensive rebound, Davenport. Edwards pressured. And now the Wolves set up their half-court offense, trailing 4-3. Sokup has a waved off offensive foul. And it's Daniel Sokup, team second. And for Sokup, his first. Look at this again. SoCup got the block call earlier. Gets called for the charge here. Here's Blake Forrest for the Vernia. John Enns calling Forrest and Watley the best three-point shooting duo he has ever coached. Inside, shot won't go. Watley, and the rebound comes off to Silverall. Wolves playing good defense. A team that's held opponents at 48 times this year, but now a turnover. Watley, the fadeaway, knocks it down. Timeout, Davenport. Heard a whistle. The Wolves are looking to get in a substitution, and they will get it. Not a timeout, but Tristan Hamlin will come in. A.J. Zamora will come off. With under 2 minutes to go. First quarter, Bears on top 6-3 in the first ever playoff game for Davenport. Good feed inside, and Silverall able to score. Second leading scorer on this Wolves team, just under 10 points a game. There's a lot of the scoring inside. That'll pull the Wolves to within 1. Here's Watley on the drive. The dish deflected. Vernia able to save it. Pikes on, no. Offensive rebound. Yes, and the foul. Ryan Bellino has done a great job attacking the glass all year. The team's leading rebounder and a chance for a three-point play. Coaching staff telling us that Bellino, a player that just seems to have endless energy, does not hesitate to put this team on his back. The reigning district offensive MVP completes a three-point play. His first 3 points of the game is certainly not his last. A player that's gone over 34 times this year. 9-5 Livonia in their home gym. Hamlin lost the dribble. Now finds Silverall. Lost it. Another turnover for Davenport. Here come the Bears of the way. Watley steps into a 3. Bellino can't secure the rebound. SoCup the other way. The dish inside to Hamlin. Davenport able to score in transition. Coming up in the final 30 seconds of the first, it's 9-7, Vernia. Cardenas, the drive, the dish. Forrest hasn't pulled the trigger. Now he does. Can't connect. And the rebound comes off to Davenport, but the Wolves turn it over, and Watley takes advantage. Carson Blos. Good job fighting for the board, but threw it away. Back out to a 4-point lead. Final seconds of the first. Layup will go for SoCup. And we go to the second quarter. Entertaining first quarter here from Bear Gym at the end of 1. Vernia 11, Davenport 7. You're watching playoff basketball on the Wolves Network.
Tonight's broadcast on the Wolves Network is brought to you by Comal Independent School District, Audi North Park, Chick-fil-A, Walmart, Maximum Altitude, Fisher's Market, Casa Roofing, Gilman Automotive Group, Maxed Alt Jeep and Overland Accessories, and Wig Productions.
Getting ready for the start of the second quarter. Vernia on top 11-7. A breakdown of the matchup. You look at the records for these two teams, each over 20 wins this season. Davenport finishing third of the 27-point district. Vernia winning district 28 4A. You see where they rank in Class 4A. Davenport, a 2-game slide entering the postseason. Vernia has won 8 straight, trying to build off that momentum and win a first-round playoff game for a 5th straight year. As you look at head coach John Entz in his third season. A win tonight would be his 70th at Lavernia. Did recently surpass a career-winning milestone for the Bears earlier this season. Off the miss. Here come the Wolves in transition. Offensive foul called against Aiden Edwards. The Bears have been very disciplined in drawing charges. And with this latest charge, that's now 14 fouls against Davenport and the first against Aiden Edwards. Edwards comes out, check it, that is his second personal, not his first, so coming out with the 2 fouls. And here comes Vernia on top by 4. Here's Bellino on the drive, unable to lay it in. 5 of the game for Ryan Bellino. Again, not only a great scorer, but a great rebounder. 13 double-doubles this season. Has given the Bears a 6-point lead, their largest. Here's Zamora, the freshman, works it back out to Tristan Hamlin. Davenport looking to get things going offensively against a stingy Lavernia defense. On the drive, shot got blocked by Kel Cardenas. Here come the Bears the other way. The pull-up in transition pops off for Bellino. Davenport gets a rebound for Lavernia. Cardenas at the point. Player averaging close to 4 assists a game. Bellino spins and finishes. Off the window, Bellino up to 7 points and a 15-7 lead. Vernia, 8-point advantage. About 2 minutes gone by in the atmosphere here and the pressure. Here a turnover, taken away by Cardenas. Weaving through traffic, but now a turnover. Davenport the other way, the reverse, off the glass, good. Carson Blos leads to a timeout. Great dish here, Tristan Hamlin, and then Blos on the reverse, scoops it in. Makes it now 15-9, Lavernia. 331 career wins as a high school head coach. That is milestone 300th win at Judson. Ince was an assistant for Mike Wacker on the Rocket staff. Talked to him about playoff memories from years past. And one of his more fond memories came with the Rockets in 2001. That used Judson team reached the state tournament. Wound up coming up short in double overtime against Fort Bend Willow Ridge in the state semifinals. Pick in the NBA. 15-9, Lavernia out of the time. And Lavernia has the loose ball. Golden opportunity goes by the wayside there for Davenport. Would have made it a 2-possession game. 5 to go in the second, 6-point Bears lead. Heinsohn going left, and the runner, no, got his own miss. Can't finish. And here's A.J. Zamora. Head coach Bradley Washington telling his team to go. Attacking in transition, Zamora steps into a 3 and knocks it down. Second 3 of the night for Davenport. Cuts the lead in half, down to 3. Zamora, the top 3-point shooter on this team. The Wolves marksman hitting it better than 40%. (15-12) Bears. Watley, runner won't go. Battle for the rebound. And saved to the corner by Heinsohn. Great effort by Lavernia. Halfway mark, second quarter. Game has been tight. Neither team has led by more than 8. Wolves are now on a mini 5-0 run. Cardenas, the kick into Watley, the corner 3, way off, and right there for the miss is Cardenas, his first basket tonight. That'll end the short scoring spurt by Davenport. Here's Sokup going left on the drop step, the pump fake. waved off. Foul first on the floor, called against Cash Casas. And not in the act of shooting. That is just the third team foul against Vernia. The Wolves still a ways to go till getting into the bonus. And a substitution here. Stoppage in play will bring Carson Blos back in. Blos had that pretty looking reverse early in the half. Hamlin able to get it in. Edwards to Blos in the corner. Matched up against Cardenas. Davenport in the half court, trailing by 5. Talked about the 4 road wins on the year for the Wolves, 3 coming in district play. It's certainly not ancient history. And trying to get a win on the road tonight in a tough environment. Good crowd on hand. But in addition to all of the blue-clad Bears fans, a lot of Davenport Maroon could be seen here at Bear Gym. Under 3 minutes to go, first half. It's a 5-point Vernia lead. Patient possession here for Vernia. In no hurry right now. Call coming from the sideline from head coach John Entz. Again, 69 wins in his 3 seasons, the most in a 3-year span for this Vernia program in more than 15 years. Program that's been playoff regulars for a long time, and we have a whistle and a foul called against Davenport on Ryan Bellino's drive. Wolves fans in attendance don't like the call. Will lead to a couple of free throws here for Bellino, who was a 67% free throw shooter. 7 points on the night for Bellino. Talked about Vernia in the playoff history. This Bears program has missed the playoffs just 3 times since 1996. Deepest playoff run for Vernia came in 2008, that year reaching the region finals. One more for Bellino. Missed them both. And here come the Wolves, trailing by 5, 2 minutes to go, second quarter. The winner moving on to face either Lamarck or Navasota. Those 2 playing tonight. Edwards on the pull-up, rattles off, and Bellino has the rebound. On the drive, Casas. And call for the offensive foul. 14th foul against Vernia. Wolves fans more appreciative of that whistle. And for Casas, his first. Davenport gets the ball back. Feels like we've been stuck in the 17-12 score for a while. And here comes Davenport looking to make it a 1-possession game. Aiden Edwards. Matched up against Vaughn Harris. Now in the corner, Soverall out of bounds. Last touched by Bellino. John Entz very proud of his team, the way they've played this year. Deep playoff run in them, but tonight trying to get through Davenport, making its postseason debut. Edwards in this inside. Here comes Bellino the other way. Bellino in traffic, lays it up, won't go. Fight for the rebound, last touch by Bellino, and back to Davenport. Wolves keep getting stops. Now looking for buckets here, down by 5. Officially 49 seconds to go in the half. Again, the clock is official in the arena here. And here comes Vernia. Final 30 seconds of the half. Still a 17-12 game. Cardenas on the drive of the dish. Bellino in the lane. Off the window. Banks it in. Has all 6 second quarter points for Vernia. 7-point game. Final 5 seconds. 2.9 to 12 game. Yep. Playoff regular half. Vernia 19.
Broadcast on the Wolves Network is brought to you. Guild Wolves Network.
Flavor is unparalleled. As soon as you bite into them, you're in a happy place. The seasoning is perfect.
Hey, I'm Giovanni, and a little thing I love about Chick-fil-A nuggets is that they're perfectly breaded. There's just that right amount of crisp. I don't know what they're doing in the kitchen, but it's pure magic.
For the robotics competition, there was a lot of, first of all, getting the robot ready, because we can't go unless we actually have something to compete with.
At first, we sketch all our ideas out, and we go around the room and look at everybody's ideas. And out of those, we select a few that we want, and we start to prototype those.
So we're given a kit of consumables and non-consumables that we're allowed to use to build the robot, and we can't use anything that's not inside that list.
I did programming for a little bit, and we used Natural Language 2.0, and we used Robot C to program our robot.
So I built the practice field so that we could run ideas for how we could get more points.
So I was a driver for a robotics team, and when I was driving the robot, I felt I was excited, but I was also nervous at the same time because I didn't want to mess up. I didn't want to be the one who caused our team to lose. But afterwards, I was proud of myself.
I did not work on the robot this year. I worked on the process engineering notebook. The process engineering notebook is worth 30 out of 100 points in our total points. And basically we put everything in there that we do throughout. So we have a safety section, we put all of our designs in there and our codes, stuff like that.
So going into San Antonio Best with the robot that we had finished the day prior to going, it was nerve-wracking to say the least. But after we got past the first round, and then the second round and the third round, we started making friends with other schools. We started cheering on other campuses. It was very chaotic, but a lot of fun.
I feel like I learned a lot more about engineering and like ingenuity, coming up with different strategies, trial and error, and just working as a team all together.
We learned so much about this competition that when we get to state, we know what we need to do and we know what we need to bring to be prepared for it.
The GVTC Foundation is the philanthropic arm of GVTC Communications, dedicated to building stronger communities and supporting 501c3 nonprofits throughout our service area. We're local, people-oriented, impactful, and most importantly, we care. We are enacting positive change by partnering with over 120 local nonprofits focused on our 5 key areas of giving: health and human services, youth programs and services, volunteer emergency services, education, and cultural programs.
We are at your house and we are about to deliver your turkey.
The foundation is 100% operated by employee volunteers, with support and contributions coming from GVTC, GVTC directors and employees, and individual donors. Things that set the GVTC Foundation apart from most: 96 cents of every dollar donated is distributed to the community. 80% of employees donate through payroll deductions. 100% GVTC Board of Directors contribute. Over 11% of GVTC customers participate in the Roundup for Change program. And employees contributed over 23,000 hours in community service. Your time and dollars make a huge impact on our community. Please consider the GVTC Foundation if you are looking to make an end-of-year contribution. Your contribution will be matched by GVTC Communications. Join our mission to enhance the quality of life in the communities we serve.
I'm a pretty calm, cool, and collective guy, but... Sorry, what's your name? Yeah, Evan. Hi, Evan. Yeah, we have no internet. Nothing. I don't know. It just stopped working.
The internet is down.
I know, I'm on the phone with them. No, that was my wife.
I can't get online again.
Yeah, I'm talking to Evan. No, my daughter, my wife. Okay, can you guys not talk? Sorry. Yes, we have the white boxes. I see one. They got horns on them.
The one with the horns.
Yes, I see one. We have 11 of those.
I was on the phone and I got disconnected.
Okay, it's not about you. We switched our broadband service provider. Devin put in 11, Evan. How are we supposed to know which one's 7 and which one?
I thought it was Devin.
Who's Devin?
I got no service. Honey, you're blocking.
You can't stand there. You're blocking it. Don't block it. And the best part, I never have to speak to Evan or Devin ever again.
I think this one's 11.
11? We're not looking for 11. No, are we looking for 7, Evan, or 11? We have 2 next to each other. That's bad. 2 white boxes.
Hello. In this video, we'll walk you through how to set up and mount your Arlo wire-free camera in just a few simple steps. Let's get started. To begin, open the Arlo app and make sure you're connected to your home network. From the Arlo app, select Add Device, Cameras, and then Arlo Essential. If you don't already have the free app, you can download it from the App Store and create an account. The Arlo app will help you complete setup and guide you through the installation process. Now, follow the prompts in the app to connect to a 2.4 gigahertz network and enter your Wi-Fi credentials. If you don't have a 2.4 gigahertz network, you will need to create one or contact your network administrator to enable it. Next, press and hold the round white sync button on the bottom of the Arlo camera for 1 to 2 seconds. The LED light on the front of the camera will start to flash blue. Hold your camera approximately 4 to 6 inches away from the QR code displayed in the app. You will hear a chime from the camera once the QR code has been successfully scanned. The camera will automatically be found on the Arlo app. Give your camera a unique name to help identify it later. If your camera is not found, repeat the sync steps again until the blue light is flashing. Once your camera is set up, it will automatically look for updates. This can take a few minutes. If you have multiple cameras, you will repeat the setup steps for each unit. Find a location to mount your camera outside your home or business with a clear vantage point. You'll also want to ensure that the location you select has a strong Wi-Fi signal for the best experience. Check the signal strength here. A strong signal is indicated with the color bar reaching green on the far right. After you've found the ideal location, you'll want to install the mount. Next, attach your camera to the mount. Tighten the back of the mount to ensure a tight fit. You can adjust the angle by turning.
And welcome back to Bear Gym here on the Wolves Network. 19-12, Vernia on top as we start the third quarter. Vernia won the first quarter 11-7, won the second 8-5, but the Wolves still within striking distance as Zamora strikes on the jumper. And with that basket, this third quarter is underway. 19-14, Vernia on top. Leading scorer in the first half was Ryan Bellino, 9 points for Vernia. Wolves, no player with more than 3 in the first half, although with that basket, the Wolves got 5. The answer bucket, good, Bellino, and the first player in the double figures in this game. Third ever meeting, Vernia and Davenport on the drive. Jaden Soverall, senior, has 4. That's his second basket. Good start offensively for Davenport here in the third quarter. Again, this is just the third season. Davenport varsity basketball. There's the miss from Watley. Wolves have the rebound. Kind of remarkable the job that Bradley Washington has done. Then start a program to 3 years later in the postseason. In the corner, quick trigger. Edwards from distance. Aiden Edwards, his second 3 of the game. And just like that, the lead down to 2. Bradley Washington took Pflugerville Connolly to the playoffs in each of his 2 seasons there, including a run to the region finals. Long mid-range, good for Bellino. So talented offensively. 4-point lead, Vernia. 13 points now for Bellino. Can make it more on the drive, lays it in. Turnover leading to offense for Vernia. And the Bears have a 6-point lead. Davenport does a better job taking care of the basketball. Could be a different story right now. Here's Sokup, finds Edwards again from 3. Good close out by Bellino. Lavernia's ball at a 6-point lead. Third quarter, just underway, a little more than 2 minutes gone by. Winner gets the Mark or Navasota. Those two meeting tonight. So far, District 27 4A has gotten the better of the playoff matchups against 28 4A. Ball knocked around and stolen. Wolves get a turnover of their own. Here comes Davenport, trailing by 6. Edwards doesn't fire 3 this time. And draws a reaching foul from Wyatt Watley. First team foul, either team in the half. Talked about 27 4A's dominance in the postseason so far, a record of 3-0. District champion Bernie rolled over JFK 85-43. Great finds of more into Soverall, and then going airborne is Watley, who's called for the foul. This will be his 3rd, team 2nd. And free throws coming up for Jaden Soverall. His first free throw attempts of the night. Wolves as a team 0 for 2. Wimberley a win over YMLA 57-44. And Bandera beat Cuero. So far the district 27 4A 3-0. Notable win for Bandera last night, by the way, beating the Gobblers for the Bulldogs, their first playoff win since 2014. Empty free throw chip for Soverall. A 56% free throw shooter on the year. 3 minutes gone by, third quarter, 25-19, Lavernia on top. Bellino, been a matchup problem all night. Crossover 3. And here's the rebound from Sokup. Wolves with a push. Sokup the other way, coast to coast. Right-handed finish. First points tonight for the sophomore. Averaging about 6 points a game. The 4-point Bears lead. Token pressure by Davenport. Bears break the press. Running the other way. Doesn't go. They're forced. Here come the Wolves down by just 4. And Blouse, beg your pardon, has it knocked out of bounds. Stays with Davenport. Officials talking things over right now. And they're looking, and there's what they discussed is the previous foul. The scoreboard, it had been charged to Bellino, but they changed the call to Watley for Watley's 3rd. So Watley's very much in foul trouble right now with 3 personals. That's why he's not in the game currently. Kickball stays with Davenport with 4:17 to go in the third quarter. Inbound comes to Edwards. Step back, looks at a 3 and rattles in. Wanted to come out for Edwards instead. Has his 3rd 3 of the game. It's a 1-point game. Good start to the third quarter for the Wolves and a near steal for Soverall. It'll stay with Lavernia. Already 12 points in the quarter for Davenport. The Wolves had 12 in the first half. Here's Forrest on the inbound. Lost it, able to save it. Now Bellino going baseline off the glass. Counts the foul for Ryan Bellino. All 8 third quarter points for the Bears, up to 17 of the game. Could be on his way to his second straight district offensive play of the year honor. Able to hit the free throw to complete the three-point play. 28-24. Vernia on top. 18 of the game for Bellino. And now the Wolves facing some pressure from Vernia. Into Blos. He's trapped, trying to dribble around it. Able to get it up ahead to Edwards. He's had the hot hand of the third quarter. 2 threes already. Doesn't pull the trigger that time. Instead, driving Soverall. Got his own miss. Ball deflected. And finally taken away by Casas. Here come the Bears. 4-point lead and the ball. Finds a shooter wide open, Heinsohn. And then you have the great effort play by Bellino, but the Wolves get it back. Battle for the loose ball, taken away by Casas. Up ahead, Bellino lays it in. He's at the 20 in the game. 6-point Vernia lead, and Ryan Bellino taking over. Sokup drives and draws a foul. Blocking foul called against Bellino, or no, called against Casas. Team's third. And Davenport will inbound down 6. Davenport trail by 7 at halftime. They have cut into that lead slightly, but they have a Ryan Bellino problem right now. Soka gets it back to Blos, unable to hit on the mid-range. There's the ball, 6-point lead, playing for the 27th win of the year, but more importantly, looking to advance to round 2. Off the turnover, Aiden Edwards. Now Sokup. Edwards, drop step, window, won't get the finish. Tapped out of bounds, last touch by Blos. Jaden Soverall comes out of the game. Hayden Glode is in for the first time, the junior. And here for Davenport has not been a deep rotation to this game for the Wolves. So a much-needed breather for Jaden Soverall. 2:25 to go in the third, 6-point game. Wolves hanging tough on the road. Casas lost the dribble, taken away by Zamora. Zamora the other way, can't finish. And a whistle. Got a timeout call by Vernia. With 2:06 to go in the third quarter. And talked about the playoff bracket. We'll look at it here in Region 3. And again, the winner of this game will face the winner between Lamarck and Navasota. Can tell you, at the bottom part of the bracket, Bernie has already won. The 27-4 champion Greyhounds, currently ranked in the top 10 of the state, blew out JFK 85-43 to advance to the second round. Out of the timeout, a 30-24 lead for Vernia. A little more than 2 minutes to go here in the third quarter. Good coaching matchup. Bradley Washington, John Entz, each in their third seasons at their respective programs. Washington, by the way, was a finalist for the Austin American Statesman's Coach of the Year award in 2019. As Heinsohn rattles in a long mid-range 2, he has 6. And the first Bear outside of Bellino to score in the third quarter. 8-point lead. Matches the largest of the game for Vernia. Drop step finish, Edwards. He has 11. First Wolf into double figures. Lead back down to 6. 8 in the quarter for Aiden Edwards. A little pressure here from Davenport. Here's Casas for Vernia. Now Kel Cardenas. Bears setting up their half-court offense, leading by 6. Bellino got Edwards up into the air, able to finish. What a monster third quarter it has been. 13 points for Bellino. And the ball knocked out of bounds. Or no, saved by Edwards. Now Edwards going to find some more. Back to Edwards. Doesn't pull the trigger. Drives instead. Pulls up. Shot may have been blocked by Casas. Edwards wanted a foul. No call. Here come the Bears the other way. In the corner. No three coming from Heinsohn. With 35 seconds to go in the third. Here's Cardenas, and the ball knocked away. Might see Davenport here, hope for the final shot of the third quarter. 20 seconds to go. Jump past to Edwards. Down to 10 seconds. Soak up. Back to Edwards from the corner. In and out, and rolls in. Aiden Edwards. Huge third quarter. Fourth three of the game. Third of this third quarter. Cuts the lead out of 5. Aiden Edwards, 14 points in the game. Timeout taken by Bradley Washington with 4 seconds to go. Nice story for the Washington family, by the way. Bradley's wife, Marissa, an athletic trainer for Davenport Athletics, so also on staff. You look at the job that he has done. Went from 7 wins in year 1 to 12 a year ago to 21 this year. And the success for the basketball program comes after a very successful fall in Davenport Athletics. The Wolves football team won 10 games this past fall and went 2 rounds deep into the playoffs themselves. Davenport volleyball, what a year it was for them. 36 wins, won a district championship. They went 3 rounds deep in the playoffs. So, like volleyball and football, Davenport basketball looking to win a first-round playoff game. Down by 5, 4 seconds to go in the third. Big third quarter, Aiden Edwards. He and Ryan Bellino have gone mano-a-mano in this third. Casas at the buzzer. Off the top of the backboard, and we go to the fourth. Entertaining third quarter. The Stars are shining bright here from Vernia. We go to the fourth. Bears on top of the Wolves, 34-29 on the Wolves Network.
Hi, I'm Scott, and I love Chick-fil-A nuggets because the flavor is unparalleled. As soon as you bite into them, you're in a happy place. The seasoning is perfect.
Hey, I'm Giovanni, and a little thing I love about Chick-fil-A nuggets is that they're perfectly breaded. There's just that right amount of crisp. I don't know what they're doing in the kitchen, but it's pure magic.
And back out at Bear Gym. Entertaining third quarter. Saw Davenport outscore Vernia 17-15. And again, what a matchup it was between the Stars, Aiden Edwards and Ryan Bellino. Bellino 13 points in the third quarter. Edwards had 11 of his own. Edwards scoring 11 of the Wolves' 17 third quarter points. And Bellino all but 2 of Vernia's 15. And we start the fourth quarter. 34-29, Bears on top. Each team looking to advance to round 2. Winner against Lamarck or Navasota. Both trying to extend their seasons. A near turnover on the inbound against Blake Forest. Bears avert disaster for the time being. Here's Cardenas at the point. Bellino calling for the ball, matched up against Edwards. He gets it now in the post, goes to work and spins it in. Foul against Aiden Edwards. Second team foul. A 24-point night for Ryan Bellino, and he is just taking this game over. Third foul against Edwards. Free throw spins off. Been a good night for Bellino, but from the free throw line, just one of 4. 7-point game. Zamora off on the 3, and with the rebound, Cardenas. Here comes Vernia leading by 7. (36-29). Again, a Vernia team that has out lost in more than a month. Costas to drive, can't finish. Here's Edwards on the rebound. Soak up. And a foul on the floor first. Called against Cash Casas for a team foul. Last time, Vernia lost a game January 10th against YMLA. Missed 3 by Zamora. Bellino sky for the rebound. Has been all over the place tonight, but here turns it over. Pass out of the reach of Forrest. Turnover to Vernia. That's going to get Wyatt Watley back into the game for Vernia, and Tristan Hamlin will check back in for Davenport in place of A.J. Zamora. Davenport had a brief 3-2 lead. Since then, Vernia has led in this game. Wolves got the lead down to 1 in the third quarter. Right now it's 7. 6.5 to go in the fourth. Watley drives. Draws contact, no call, but puts it in anyway. Big bucket there for the sophomore, Wyatt Watley. He has 6. Largest lead tonight, Vernia on top by 9. Soak up, the drop step finish. How about that play? Daniel Soak up, sophomore, showing off the handles. Lead at 7, under 6 to go in the fourth. Cardenas has a matchup against Soak up all night. And a foul underneath. Soverall trying to defend Bellino. Bellino not in the act of shooting. Some of the Wolves players looking for that off-arm foul call against Bellino. Doesn't come here. Foul is the third against Davenport. Third also against Soverall. Rattling a 3 is Blake Forrest. His first points tonight and 3 big ones. That is the first 3 of the game for Vernia. This is a team, the Bears, taking close to 23s a game. First made triple of this game. And now a 10-point lead. Last foul call against Cardenas, his second, team's 5th. Edwards fakes a 3 on the drive instead, trying to find an angle around Bellino. Shot won't go. Turnover, though, Bears it away. Some more to Edwards. Davenport can't afford too many more empty possessions. Down by 10, 5 to go. Edwards, 3-pointer well short. Rebound Watley. 3 minutes gone by in the fourth. Vernia trying to pull away. Here's Forrest. Had that 3 moments ago. Matched up against Blos. Now Bellino against Soverall. Had the ball knocked away, taken away by Soverall. Good defense, and he's fouled on the other end. Two free throws coming up for Davenport, beg your pardon. So far, the Wolves 0-4 from the line. 2 of those misses from Soverall. And trying to cut into a 10-point lead. with 4.5 to go in the fourth. Tough free throw through tonight for Davenport. Wolves looking for their first free throw make of the game, and it comes here. Edwards, meanwhile, looks like he may have taken a shot to the face from Ryan Molino. Play stops to allow Edwards to recover, and they're going to wipe up a Watts spot off the floor. 41-32, 4.5 to go here in the fourth quarter. Officials are talking right now. Might be talking about that last play. It's been very physical between Edwards and Bellino all night. Edwards arguing that he got hit in the face. And we'll see what the officials decide here. And the coaches are being called over now to meet at center court with the head official. See if we can overhear the conversation. So it sounds like what just happened here, part of the conversation was the official said after speaking with the crew that it was evident that something had happened, but they can't confirm exactly what. And of course, there is no replay in high school basketball. So the message to the two coaches is, look, game's getting very chippy right now. You might want to talk to your benches and try to calm your teams down. Avoid anything else like that happening for the remainder of the game. So with that, we play on. 41-32, Lavernia, the lead and the ball. Davenport needing some stops. Pressure here from the Wolves. Force up ahead to Heinsohn. And Lavernia going to work. Coming up in 4 minutes to go. Approach the halfway point of the fourth quarter. We have a whistle and a foul. This is called against Zamora. 14th foul against Davenport. And that'll get Blos back in for the Wolves and take Hamlin out. And Wally to inbound. Into Bellino. And he's fouled by Soverall. That's his fourth, team's fifth. And Soverall a foul away from leaving the game. Inbounds pass knocked away by Edwards. Here's Forrest on the baseline, throws it away, and taken away by Edwards. Here comes Davenport, a 3-on-2. Edwards a step through, left-handed finish. 16 of the game, Aiden Edwards. Lead out of 7, halfway point of the fourth quarter. Huge second half for Edwards. That was 16 points, 13 coming since halftime. Another stop for the Wolves. Edwards behind the back dribble. Step back three. In and out won't go. And the rebound knocked out of bounds. Last touch by Davenport with 3:40 left. Well, that three goes for Edwards. Makes things really interesting. We'll cut the lead down to 4. There's Force in the way. Up ahead to Watley. And then Lavernia turns it over again. An ill-advised behind the back pass by Watley. Can Davenport take advantage? Soka to Soverall. Lost it. Around 4 Bear defenders, draws a foul in the act of shooting. 17 foul. And the foul called against Kel Cardenas. And that's his third. And here's Soverall, 1 of 4 from the line tonight. Big free throw trip here. Trying to slice to a 7-point lead. Kine Wool, first one goes. 6.9 Jaden Soverall. Got them both. It's a 5-point game, 2-possession lead Vernia. Approaching the final 3 minutes. Good pressure from Davenport, nearing a 10-second call, and it's called. Turnover Vernia on the 10-second violation. Vernia arguing they had a timeout called first. Officials discussing it. There is a 30-second timeout called, but the question right now is the timeout coming after the turnover, or are they saying the timeout was called before the ball was turned over? We'll have to wait and see. Again, what a season it has been for Davenport. 21 wins. Third place finish at a tough 27-4A district. A season of first for this Wolves program. First ever 20-win campaign. First ever trip to the postseason. And now looking for the first ever playoff win. Tough challenge ahead of them, trying to beat a Vernia team which has not lost since early January. That hasn't lost a first-round playoff game in more than 5 years. Trying to do all that in Vernia's building here, Bear Gym. And they will say the timeout occurred before the 10-second call. Davenport staying with pressure. Bellino gets it back. Good man-to-man pressure here from the Wolves. 2:40 to go, 2-possession game. Here's Cardenas, matched up against Sokup. That's defended him well all night. Speaking of matchups we've seen all night, here's Bellino against Edwards. Long 2, short by Heinsohn. Got his own miss and cleans it up. Big basket, Preston Heinsohn. 8 in the game at a 7-point lead coming up on 2 minutes to go. In the quarter, Zamora. No. Rebound forced. Bears going to stop with the ball. 7-point lead and 2 minutes to play. Could be 2 minutes away for the 9th straight win and a date with the second round. Davenport desperate for a stop. Vernia, no rush for a shot here, but Watley will take it, wave it off. Offensive foul call drawn by Carson Blos. And Watley is yet to get up for Vernia. Now helped up by Sokup as he commits his 4th personal foul, 18th foul, but since it was offensive, no free throws for Davenport. Wolves need a basket, down by 7. Minute 45 left. Here's Edwards. Cross 2 defenders. Now Zamora in the corner. 90 seconds to go. Timeout. Taken by Davenport. Minute 28 to go. A full timeout called by the Wolves. Again, awaiting the winner is Lamarck or Navasota. Those two teams playing tonight. Been a great playoff run thus far for District 27 4A. They've beaten the 28-4 district in the first 3 games. As you look at the Davenport traveling fans, student section in attendance witnessing the first ever playoff game in Davenport history. And the Wolves trying to keep that perfect record for 27 4A intact. Wins already for Bernie, Wimberley, and Bandera. Getting the better of JFK, YMLA, and Cuero. But Lavernia trying to represent that district well. They did win the 28-4A title, going 11-1. Only team to beat them was YMLA. And that loss was the last time Lavernia tasted defeats, back in January the 10th. Out of the timeout, it is Davenport ball, down by 7 with a minute 28 to go. Blow, soak up some more. Edwards, Soverall out there for Davenport. Able to keep their season alive. Look at a corner 3, won't go. Rebound, Blows. And he's fouled. Was right there to clean up the miss from Sokup. 2 big free throws coming up for Carson Blows, a 69% free throw shooter on the year. Davenport is a team tonight, 3 of 8 from the line. And one more coming up for the junior. Carson Blows, 3 points in the game. Able to cut the lead out of 5. 2-possession lead. Minute 18 left. Davenport back to a press. Cardenas has the pass knocked away, taken away by Edwards. Up ahead, Sokup, the drop step, and the finish. Timeout Lavernia with a minute 4 to go. It's a 3-point game. Daniel Sokup, the Euro step finish. 43-40, Lavernia on top. A full timeout taken by the Bears. Davenport has been in 5 games this year, decided by 5 points or less. The record in those games, 2-3. This one coming right down to the wire. The game reset right now in terms of fouls. The next one committed by Lavernia will put Davenport in the double bonus. That's important. Meanwhile, the Wolves have only committed 5 team fouls. So Lavernia not in the 1-1 quite yet. Believe each team has 2 timeouts left. It was a 7-point Lavernia lead at halftime. Very low scoring first half. Lavernia led 19-12. Scoring was picked up here in the second half. Davenport scored 17 in the third quarter. 11 here in the fourth. Great second half, Aiden Edwards, 13 second half points, 16 for the game. Ryan Bellino leads Lavernia. He's got 24. Kind of a quiet fourth quarter for him, though, after a huge third. Here we go. Final minute, 3-point game here in the postseason. Force, trapped, and nearly threw it away. Saved in by Cardenas, and Cardenas is hobbling on his ankle the other way. Meanwhile, a foul is called against Hayden Glode. It's a 16 foul. And Cardenas is in rough shape right now for Lavernia. Hobbling on that right leg. In his effort to save the ball, he may have hit his shin bone on the bleachers really hard. So the point guard has to come out. Cash Casas will take his place. The floor general on the bench right now for Vernia. Important with 51 seconds to go. And Casas will call for a timeout. One left for Vernia. 43-40. Bears on top. A full timeout taken by the Bears. Again, Vernia here at home, really good this year. Record of 10-2. They've won 4 straight home games. Right now in a dogfight against Davenport, the Wolves in their playoff debut. Very impressive. Gritty effort tonight by Bradley Washington's team. And what has been a marquee year for this program, not ready for it to end just yet. Once down 10 in this fourth quarter, it was 41-31. Since then, a 9-2 run by Davenport. And both fan bases now very engaged with the game on the line. Very audible chants of "Let's go Wolves" can be heard by the Davenport fans. Out of the timeout, Casas, Heinsohn, Forrest, Bellino, and Watley out there for the Vernia. Looking to protect a 3-point lead, trying to add to it here. 51 seconds to go. And Vernia's going to want to use some time. Bellino into the corner. Watley in and out, won't go. Rebound to Casas. Bellino now drives and dishes. Heinsohn a triple short. A shot the Bears did not need. Here comes Davenport down by 3 in the corner for the tie. That won't go for Blos. Rebound Casas trying to dribble away from Davenport. The foul is called. 23 seconds to go. Carson Blos, a great look at a 3. And now the Bears will be challenged to assault the game away from the foul line. And we see Kel Cardenas check back in for Vernia with his right shin taped up. Initially thought it may have been his ankle, but at second glance it did appear that he had banged his leg into the stands. It's wrapped up now. And here's Casas, a 57% free throw shooter, and this is front end of the 1-and-1. Won't go, and the rebound to Davenport. 20 seconds left, 3-point game. And timeout called for by Bradley Washington. One timeout left, Davenport. 16.4 left. And Bradley Washington is opting for a full timeout. So, if for the Wolves, and the option here is to go for the tie as opposed to a quick 2, top 3-point shooters on this team. A.J. Zamora, 41% best 3-point shooter for Davenport. Aiden Edwards, who has already made 4 threes in this game, at 34%. Those would likely be your 2 best options. Tristan Hamlin hasn't played a lot tonight, but he too is a 34% 3-point shooter. But with the Vernia still in the 1-and-1, if you get a good look at a 2 here quickly, you might take that and try to put the Bears back in the free throw line, as they're not guaranteed 2 free throws. We talked about the engaged fan bases. Well, the Bears fans countering the "Let's Go Wolves" chants with LV chants of their own. Here we go. 16.4 to go. 3-point Vernia lead. Blos to inbound. On the floor for the Wolves. Blos, Sokup, Soverall, Edwards, and Zamora. Down to 10 seconds. Edwards to the top. Zamora, 6 seconds. Edwards. Timeout taken with 4.1 to go. And so no longer is the quick 2 a part of the equation. If you're Davenport, you have to go for the tie now. Timeout comes, 4 seconds to go, and the dry erase board is out for Bradley Washington. Not a lot of time if you're Davenport here. You can't be picky. And I'll say this, if you're Vernia, you have an option right now to foul as soon as the ball is inbounded and put Davenport at the free throw line. Could be the sound strategy here for team up 3 and take the three-point option off the table for Davenport. Let's see how Vernia plays it, and let's see what Bradley Washington draws up. 4.1 to go. In terms of timeouts, Davenport now out of them. Vernia has one left. Here we go. Some more to trigger the inbound. Into Sokup. 3 seconds. Sokup at the buzzer. Won't go off the back of the rim. That close. And Davenport's magical playoff run comes to an end. First ever trip to the postseason. And the Wolves fall short by 3. A good look for Daniel Sokup. Just wouldn't go. And Vernia survives to move on to the second round for a 5th consecutive year. What a finish and what fight from Davenport, but it is the Bears who survive and advance to face either Lamar or Navasota in the area round. Coming up next. Well, that's going to wrap up our coverage here of high school playoff basketball on the Wolves Network. On behalf of our entire Riff Productions crew, good night from Bear Gym. The final score, Vernia 43, Davenport 40.